Okay, this is my third and final attempt. Hello, welcome. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Monday the 25th and Tuesday the 26th of March. So welcome, extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia. It is Monday the 25th here, actually, at 7:40 something p.m. It's very wild and woolly here. It's wild weather, so it might be playing up with my internet connection tonight. So I'm just going to do as much as I can, as quickly as I can, and if I happen to drop connection again, I will, in about half an hour, put up the cards that I chose for Monday and Tuesday. So if you're new to watching, welcome. We'll see how much the cat likes me moving around. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, and I'll be looking for the best card for Monday the 25th, and then the best card for Tuesday the 26th of March, and then the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust 100% that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you. So just take on board what feels right, what resonates, and let the rest go. So let's see, we might as well get straight into it, seeing as though the connection is a little bit iffy. I trust I'm coming in loud and clear. Can you hear me? Tasmania to the rest of the world. Let me know. I guess you can, if I've got people not dropping out, maybe. But I'm shuffling my deck now, and I'm looking for the best card for Monday the 25th of March. So I trust that the best card will find its way to the top. Thanks, Puss. Get cat hair all over you. Me. I get cat hair all over me. So Monday the 25th, if it's not quite Monday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance. Great, I'm glad I've got a good connection at the moment, so let's make the most of it. We've got a Speed of Light Oracle card for Monday, and it's this. It's Initiation, card 21. And the keywords say Mastery, Milestone, Progression, and Greatness. This talks about opening up through the front of our body where we're most vulnerable and stepping forward into the next level, into the upgrade through the initiation. I kind of see it as if a lot of us have been tested or going through a bit of an initiation over the last week or so. And it's a bit like doing a fire walk is how I'm seeing it. And this card representing us sort of walking that fire walk and passing that test. So some of us may have been going through or feeling like we're undergoing some tests lately. And Monday's very much about acknowledging that, well, we're moving out the other side. Acknowledging the level of mastery, if you like, that we've reached, or the level of skill, or the level of understanding, the new realization that we've reached. And as we pass this initiation, this testing period, then we move to the next level. So this brings with it an upgrade, an upgrade in our life, an upgrade for us personally. We are changing so much rapidly, and we have for quite a few years now, but there is rapid change and rapid metamorphosis or transformation that's taking place within us. We are upgrading if we allow ourselves to. So let's acknowledge what the tests are. They're not usually comfortable. You know, it's a bit like sitting an exam, and we're tested on what we know, what we really know. Do we really know this stuff that we've been learning? And if we do, then we pass the test, we move to the next level, the next upgrade, if you like. If we don't quite pass the test, then it's okay. We just keep learning that lesson again. and we'll be tested on it again at another point when we are ready to perhaps see if we're ready to upgrade. So there's an upgrade sense here. There's also a strong sense with this card of support. We've got two beings here looking down from above. So really supporting us as we step into our raw power and step forward with an open heart and an open front of our body, which basically means we might be feeling raw and vulnerable and fragile. This is our most sensitive part of our body. So to open it up and step forward into the hot coals of our life and the tests can be very confronting. So let's work with our breath to get through it and take one step at a time as we journey through this time period. So all in all, Monday is about passing a test, being initiated to a new level of mastery, of a skill or an understanding, a wisdom that we may have recently reached or reach on Monday. So I trust that makes sense for you. It's initiation. The good thing about initiation style tests is that they're never new. They are never new. It's just like when we go into a new grade at school, we learn what that grade has to teach us, and then at the end of that grade or the end of that study, we're examined on it. And then we either know our stuff that we've learned or we don't. And it's the same with initiation tests in our life. It's never anything new. It might feel new because we're forgetting what we've been through, but it's usually something we've recently been learning or exploring. So just keep that in mind if you're going through a bit of an initiation time. So I trust that makes sense for your Monday. Now I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 26th of March. So Tuesday the 26th. And we'll see which card it is. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you for stopping by and for spending your precious time with me today. So it's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card. And it's this. It's our Flamingo Friends, card 40. And it talks about a social gathering. A social gathering. So this implies that Tuesday may be quite or favourable for being sociable. And this will be especially important if you or we have been feeling the opposite. If we've been feeling a bit antisocial, we want to just stay at home, we want to just stay in our comfortable zone. I mean, being sociable to me really puts me out of my comfort zone. So there is a feeling here of being pushed out of our comfort zone in a social manner or a social occasion perhaps on Tuesday. So it's important maybe to consider whether we're kind of holding ourselves back in a rut, if we're keeping ourselves isolated when we don't need to be, especially if we're isolating ourselves and we're complaining because no one's around to help or support us. Then this is especially appropriate. That, you know, it's up to us to take the steps to meet new people, to step out to things we might be invited to. So if we feel isolated and hermit-like, but we're complaining because no one's around, we're on our own, then let's get out and meet new people. Let's get out and step out of our comfort zone and socialise on whatever level that might be. So it might be starting or joining a community group in the arts, music. There's lots of great, I know here in my area, lots of great choirs, music, art, theatre. There's lots of, probably, I don't know if this is like this everywhere, but here there certainly are lots of little community groups. So why not put yourself out there, especially if you've been feeling isolated and alone and stuck in a bit of a private rut. Get out and meet people. So it sounds like Tuesday might be quite favourable for taking that next step. So it might be about looking through the newspaper, looking on social media and looking for a group or something that you might want to step out and have a go with. So I highly recommend learning a musical instrument. I highly recommend joining a choir. And I highly recommend joining a local arts group. So that's from my personal experience. I could have been sitting back just doing my work 24/7. But a few years ago, I decided that I wanted to try something new, so I joined a choir. And then I picked up a musical instrument and relearned it. It's not impossible. We can make the effort to do so if we want. So I trust it makes sense for your Tuesday. Thank you so much. So now I'm looking for the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. So the theme card will help us bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday. So what will it be? Our theme card for Monday and Tuesday it's a Speed of Light Oracle card, and it's this. Aha, this is funny. Okay, this is a featured card. It has further instructions here, which I am going to honour. It says fan out the deck and choose one card. Okay, let's not think about it. We're going with this. Oh, it's another featured card, and this says to take the 4th card from the top. It's this. Oh, the penguins. How cool is this? Okay, so we have 3 cards for our theme for Monday and Tuesday. The featured cards are just special qualities about these 2 decks, and they work brilliantly together. So we have 3 cards. What I'm going to do is we're going to look at them separately, and then we're going to look at their relationship together, because they've come up together for a reason. So let's find out why. This is the Shaman, which is actually quite funny when I think of what I was talking about with the flamingos. It says, oh, it's card 17. It says solitude, grounding, mending, privacy, and reassess. So this is our private card of the deck, if you like. This is about us embracing and honouring our private time, our private space, for healing, for mending, for reassessing our life, how we're feeling, how we're travelling, where we're going, what might be happening for us at this time. So this is a space of honouring our privacy. So for you, or for some of us at this time, there may be an honouring of our privacy, but there might be a fine line between honouring our private time and isolating ourselves. Sometimes there is a fine line between these two. So just something to think about and see what resonates the most and strongest with you. So this is about our theme, Monday and Tuesday, honouring our private space, but being careful not to isolate ourselves, especially if we're complaining that people aren't around. It's up to us to make the phone call or take the steps that we need to take. This is a featured timing card, which is part of the Animal Kingdom Oracle deck. This has 4 timing cards. So this says Stellar Cycle. It's card 55. And it talks about 1 year. So it talks about in the long term. So we're looking at about a year. So from the spring or the autumn equinox, wherever you might be in the world, to the next spring or autumn equinox. And that this long-term period is important. And in fact, it is important. A lot of us are considering our long-term plan, our goals on the long term. Now, even though we might not know how we're going to reach these goals, these are long-term goals that we're making right now. You know, long-term projects, long-term, like for me, rebuilding projects, things like this, or study, things of the long term is what this card's talking about. And this is important over Monday and Tuesday to consider. And maybe before I do the penguins, maybe it's important to consider over Monday and Tuesday our long-term plan, our long-term goal during our private moments, reassessing our life, especially where we might see ourselves going in the next year or so. So we might be able to plan that to a degree, but we might not be able to. You know, sometimes it's just about trusting in the unfolding. And the other card that's come up with this is the Penguins, card 37. It says, unbreakable bond. This talks about an unbreakable bond that cannot be a bond, a connection with another person. that cannot be broken by time, by space, and even by someone who may now be in the spirit world. This was, when I created this card, I felt a distance between us and someone, us and a child, us and a parent figure, us and a special companion, maybe a long distant relationship, maybe someone in spirit that we feel very connected to right now. This is about that unbreakable bond that cannot be broken. It's not bondage, it's not attachment, it's not chains. That's a different type of bond, if you like, or attachment, or giving our power away to someone. This is a healthy, unbreakable connection. So if you've been thinking about someone that's not with you right now, that's not by your side, then this is I guess, a special message for you. Please know in your heart that the bond that you have is unbreakable. The bond that you have does not need to be explained. It can be felt in the heart. It can be felt in the heart by you, perhaps, and by the person that you're bonded with on some level. Please know that that person, if they're travelling, if there's a distance right now, please know that they're safe and that they're okay. And try not to worry about them, but feel that special bond in your heart, and just keep sending them love when you think about them, instead of sending them worry. So see if you can replace any worrying thoughts with love, and trust that they're okay. So this love bond, that cannot be broken. It's beautiful. So let's look at these three cards together. Now this also may be especially significant for some of you that are connecting. The kind of feeling alone in the long term because this person's not here right now. So I get the feeling of like someone traveling or someone working away. And that some of us may be feeling a bit alone about that long-term, the long-term commitment that another person's made, or maybe we've made it, or you've made it, and you're away from home right now. So it's okay, and it sounds or feels like this energy is quite strong for some right now to be coming up for us all and for a theme. So just embrace your private time. Trust in the steps that you take. Use your long term, your waiting time, your year or whatever it is. Use this time period to maybe step out of isolation. Maybe look for a hobby to start join a community group or something that helps give you a sense of connection while you're spending this time apart. So this sounds like very specific guidance for obviously someone that needs to hear it. So it doesn't make much sense to me personally and what I'm going through, but perhaps it does to you. So if it doesn't all three, then there might be just one of these cards that makes sense to you, and that's okay. So that's our theme for Monday and Tuesday, quite long-winded. Privacy, use our private time, especially to consider the long-term plan or goal, and that we have an unbreakable bond with at least one other person that we're not physically with right now, and knowing that they're safe. And sending them love instead of worry. So that's that. I trust this makes sense. Thank you so much for connecting. I've used my combined Animal Kingdom Oracle cards with my Speed of Light Oracle cards. These are available now, and you can learn more about them on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So if you missed the announcement, my healing energy cards, which are these are my other deck that I've created. This is the box. I haven't got the deck with me. This healing energy cards, the original healing energy cards #1. They've been out for 11 years this year. We're down to the last 5 boxes, so we've got about 200 decks, less than 200 decks left now. So these have now been reduced and are on sale for about $5 off the normal price. And why they are on sale is because I'm now trying to, rush out in some ways these last few boxes so that I can get these reprinted. I want to improve this deck, and I'm also working on the second deck, Healing Energy Cards #2, which you may have seen around, and that's going to be a separate deck, but we'll carry on from this deck. So we'll be able to combine them, that you can use them on their own, but they you've probably seen my drawings around the place on Facebook anyway. So if you want to grab yourself a deck, this original deck will also fit with the new deck. It's just that there's going to be a bit of modification with the titles. Some of the cards are actually going to have a title change, but all of them should be the same illustration and definitely the same numbers. But I'm going to be tweaking and refining, because working with these cards now for 11 years, I now know stronger parts about the cards than I did when I created them. So that's something you can grab them on sale now. They're on my website, so please have a look. Just go to templeofbalance.com.au, look up the store tab and the card decks section. But we should still have decks for the next 6 months or so. So we won't be selling out of 200 decks overnight unless some miracle happens. So they'll be just slowly going out a little bit quicker, because I don't want to bring the new deck out and the second deck until they're sold out. So, but I've still got lots of creating to do. So we've got plenty of time. There's no rush. Also, the Tasmania Healing Retreat 2020. Details are on my website now. It says sold out because I can't change those words on my website. But basically, it's all the information, the pricing, what we're going to be doing for the February 2020 Tasmania Healing Retreat. Limited to 10 places, no more. Very small, intimate group, so we'll have a very close connection. Details are on the website. Currently, our last attendees from this year have first dibs. They have pre-reserved spaces. So they'll be whatever's left will be open to the public, to you, on the 7th of April. But you can read about what's happening with that, there's some great stuff. So check it out if you want to. We're also coming to Melbourne in June, and I've got Hobart event in July. Lots going on. Have a look on my website if you're inspired to. So thanks for connecting. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. So thanks so much for connecting. Have a fantastic couple of days, and I'll be back to share with you again real soon. So sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. And namaste means that the divine, the creator within me, honors and acknowledges the divine, the creator within you. Yes, you have the divine, the creator inside you, and so do I. And we are equal. My creator, my divine self is no better or worse than yours, and vice versa. We are equal in spirit. We are equal in that energy. So we are equal, we are one. So thanks for being who you are, and namaste. Bye.